Very welcome to Hever Castle here. This is the childhood home of Anne Boleyn, and this is where she grew up as a child and spent several years here. Hever Castle has been here for 700 years, so the beautiful gatehouse that we see here dates back to the 13th century. It was originally built as a fortress, if you like, to defend the river.
Unpeaceful, settled England, and so what a family can make if they're prosperous like the Boleyns is something that we recognise as a house. We recognise the imprint of one family, pride. Thomas Boleyn, of course, would often have been away from home. He was one of Henry's most prominent courtiers. He was a practiced diplomat. He was often abroad in France. And we can look to this as a kind of period of stability for the young Anne Boleyn.
The room that we're standing in now, in the Tudor period, was the kitchen area of the castle, so it would have looked very different to the way it does today. And it was converted into the inner hall in 1903, so it's very Edwardian looking. But William Waldorf Astor, the owner of the castle at the time, was a huge fan of anything to do with the Tudors, and a lot of the artwork in this room was purchased by him. So we've got most of the main characters in this room.
The portraits in the room are interesting. There's a picture of Anne Boleyn here, which shows her as a rather ingenuous, fresh-faced, very young girl, almost innocent looking. It's not the mental picture we have of Anne. We have a picture of her as a more polished, seductive woman who we typically see as a little older. She was a source of fascination. They said she wasn't a beautiful woman, but she was very fascinating, with beautiful slanting black eyes. And her sister Mary may have had the distinction, if you call it that, of having been the mistress of two kings. First Francis I, and then Henry VIII, before he moved on to her younger sister. And poor Mary is one of the shadow characters because she was, if you like, elbowed aside by her smart younger sister.